Hey guys, what's up? Knoxfox here, doing something a little different. This is a video I wanted to make for a while now. This is like an idea I had, and I mentioned it in a stream, mentioned the idea, and people seemed to really be interested in it, so I decided to just go ahead and record it. I waited for a day where I had like a decent amount of, or a decent video to edit. So yeah, here we go. So this will be... it's just basically how I go about editing a video, but I guess it'll also work as a tutorial if anybody just wants to know how to do a lot of this stuff. I'll be explaining like what I'm doing as I go along for those who want to know that stuff and who might be interested in doing their own editing or just interested in how it all works and what it's doing. So yeah, so it's a look at what I do to edit, and also it should work as a tutorial, kind of as a basic tutorial. I'm not gonna go like super in depth to everything, but okay. So yeah, first thing we're gonna do here, I already got all my files set up over here on the side, which everything I'm gonna need, and then we just open our editor, which is Adobe Premiere. This is our video editor, and so we let that load up. And then so we go to new project. We're going to name this VG53. It should be the 53rd one, I believe. I keep my names very simple as long as I can. And let's see. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we go over here, and then this is like this little box here is where we put our media, and this over here is the timeline. So what we do is we take all the files that we're going to need and put them over here. So what I'm going to need is, well, first I got my basics that I need for every video, which I keep in here. So I got my intro, my first blood animation, drag those in here. I got some like different logos and backgrounds and stuff that I use sometimes too. But for now, we're just going to need intro, outro, first blood, and then we go back, and then I have my background that I just made, which should be this one. Let's check it out. Yeah, that's the dark one. Put that over here. Okay, so that's what we need out of there. We're also going to need the actual game footage, which is here. And let's see, should be this one. Let me double check. Yeah, okay, that's me. That's Rumbly. I'm playing Cruel. Okay, so that's the one. I'm going to take that, drag that into there. And what else we're going to need? Okay, so we're going to need the webcam. So we need Rumbly's webcam. He was playing Pedal that match, so that's this one. He sends these to me over Skype, so that's how I get those. Alright, so now I got Rumbly's webcam, or face cam, and then now we need mine, which is, yeah, right here. So I got this one, and then I'm also recording one right now, so that's why this one's like just showing us nothing. This is the one that's recording as I'm editing. Alright, so here we go, Cruel. Drop that right in there. And it takes a second. Okay. Alright, so the first thing I always do is I drop the intro in. And that sets... Because if I put in the actual gameplay, I don't put the gameplay in first because it's like a different ratio. It's, as you guys know, see, it like doesn't fill the whole screen here. So if I just drop in the intro, it's 1920 by 1080, so it automatically sets this to be the right size. I think I've had some trouble when I drop this one in first. Okay, so yeah, that's how it works. Once you have all your media over here, you can just drag it onto the time bar, and you can just kind of skim through it, and it's all there. You can move it around. It's super easy, like that. Okay, so yeah, actually, I want to talk about something. Yeah, so the iPad, like footage from the iPad, is in this like ratio right here. It's not widescreen. It's not 1920 by 1080 like everything else is. Well, like YouTube is. That's the ratio, which is like, what is it, 16 by 9, whatever. Yeah, so it doesn't fill the whole screen, and because I know people have been asking like a lot. Actually, it's like, hey, you should make it full screen. You can't without doing some modifications to the actual video, which aren't always good. But here, I'll show you. Basically, there's two options. You can either stretch it out so that it fills the area but not being like the correct ratio, or you can zoom in on it and make it crop. And I'll show you what that looks like right now. And then, so you bring this down. over here you have your effect controls, and you have like motion, position, scale. So scale is what we're going to be messing with. And so so to make it fill this whole screen, you have to uncheck this uniform scale so that we only change the width, because if it goes any higher, I'll show you what that's like. If we just do the scale, it's going to go like this. And so like the top and the bottom get cropped off. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. You won't do that. So we undo that. So the only way to have everything on screen and to make it fill the screen is to uncheck this uniform scale and then stretch it out. And then it has like this weird like stretched out effect to it, which is why I don't do it. I like to keep it looking how it's supposed to look, the correct ratios, because otherwise it's just like squashed. It looks kind of weird, which I don't know. So yeah, I totally would make it full screen if I could, but I can't with iPad footage. The one way that you can do it is, I believe, if you record with the phones. I believe the phones are widescreen. They have that ratio, but I don't play on my phone. I don't have a very good phone, so it wouldn't even play the game very well anyways. Because I do not have a 6. I have an iPhone 5, and I don't think it plays the game as well. Definitely not as well as like the iPad. So anyways, yeah, so that's why it's like in this ratio. So yeah, so we have like this void on the sides, this dark void of nothingness, which doesn't look good, which is why we drop in a background. Let me just stretch that out so it's in the whole video. So there we see that looks a lot better. Let's do that all the way to the end. And after that we need our face cams. So let's see. Yeah, and then we'll just go ahead and drop that in. And actually, I need to, first, I need to convert Rumblies, because Rumbly records on a Mac, which means it's in MP4 format, which Premiere doesn't really like sometimes. So actually, I need to do that first. So let's clear his out. And we'll bring up our converter, which I use free make video converter, which is just a free video converter. Very nice that they don't charge for it. And let's get to this video. Okay, so it's this one. I have to drag this onto here. And I actually haven't had to do one of these in a while. And I think I go to WMV for these. Yeah, DVD quality is fine. Desktop, yeah, convert. So that's going to take a little while. I think we can still get some stuff done while that's going. So let's go back to the editor. Okay, so we need to adjust the volume of the game sound, otherwise it kind of like just is too loud for the voices to be heard. What we do is see this thing right here, level, and we have dB, which are the decibels. If this is blue like this, highlighted blue, that means you're like making a keyframe basically, which will change the volume at that point in the video. So if we uncheck that, yeah, I guess it made a keyframe already, but that's fine. So we get rid of that. So if you uncheck that, then it lowers the volume for the entire sequence, and that's what we want here. So I usually do about -6 on this, around there. Same for the intro. I'm gonna do the same thing. Just lower the volume a little bit, because otherwise it's just a little too loud. This song is already like quite loud if I play it. Yeah, so if I yeah, so if I don't lower that, it becomes a bit much. Okay, let's see, how's that video going? Okay, it's still got a while. And then okay, yeah, so now if we just play this. What's up, guys? I got my audio there, but like if we look over here, it's like kind of low. I haven't done any of my audio editing yet to it. So what we do next is we bring up Audition. You don't have to use Audition. A really good free audio editor is Audacity, but since I already have all the Adobe products, because I do the Adobe Cloud like subscription thing. So because of that, I already have Audition, so I was like, might as well use it. So that's what I use. But yeah, Audacity works just as well. And let's see. What was it doing? Okay, yeah, so I need to bring this, basically this into Audacity. Hopefully, sometimes I'll need to convert my video as well, just into an MP3 format, just because Audacity doesn't like you just dropping in straight videos. Sometimes it can't take just the audio, but we'll see if this works. Looks like it's going fine. Yeah, okay. So here we have it. Actually, already looks, the volume looks decent already. Usually, I'll have some smaller waveforms. It's definitely all over the place though. It's gonna need to be compressed. Let's see. Oh, this is okay. This is the entire thing. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if we hear that. So Rumbly's doing pedal, much to our chagrin. Yeah. So there's the audio. If you notice, all these big waveforms, this is where I'm saying something. Everything in between, we kind of want to be silent. We don't want all this There you go. Yeah, if you hear that, it's just breathing and the chair squeaking and just other nonsense that we don't really need. Yeah, and just the hum of probably the AC. So what we do is we highlight all that, and we go to Effects, Noise Reduction, and then we capture a noise print. And what that does is, so now when I run a noise reduction, it's going to take all the noises that match these kind of waveforms and take them out of the entire thing. So what we do is we go here, noise reduction process. We'll let that run. And it'll take a few seconds. All right, there. So now you see it's just a flat line, silence, which is much better. So we don't want all that background noise throughout our video. So there. So yeah, so Rumbly's doing pedal, much to our chagrin. So yeah, now you get the voice and then just silence, which is very nice. So let's check to make sure everything got taken out. Yeah, we got a little thing right here, but not too big of a deal. Let's see what it is. Yeah, okay, so it's just me inhaling. As long as we don't got too many of those, it should be fine. Oof. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like we got rid of all the noise. A lot of times I'll have to amplify it. I don't know if I'm going to have to amplify this one. Let's see where it, Yeah, they're kind of... Yeah, she has a really rough start. Yeah, it's not bad. We'll try to just compress it and see how it goes. Because usually you want your voice audio to be kind of up here. You don't want it to be all the way up here where it's clipping, but up in this higher area, because it's going to be because you're not talking through the whole video, but when you do talk, you want it to be prominent. So you want it to be around up here, up into the yellow. So yeah, so we'll do effects. Actually, for my audio, a lot of the times I just go for one of these presets. I do radio announcer voice. Sometimes that works pretty well. If it, with this mic, it works pretty well. With my old mic, it kind of made some weird effects to it sometimes, and I'd have to do my own manual editing effects. Yeah, but if you're using Audacity or any other editor, or you just want to know what the best thing is to do, just make sure you do noise reduction pass like I just did. Get rid of all that unnecessary background noise. And then amplify it if you need to, if the volume's low, and then basically just do a compressor. And those are the main things. And that's basically what that preset is doing, is just doing a compressor. It's really easy to do. You just it'll be in your effects. You just go amplitude, for this particular one, it's under amplitude and compression. You just do a single band compressor or multi-band, whichever. Just try them out. You don't really have to adjust anything. The defaults usually work pretty well. And if they don't, you can just try some things. But in Audacity, it's even simpler. It's just you just go to compressor and hit OK, and usually it's pretty good. So let's listen to this now. Who's your opposite laner? Okay, yeah. So it's much louder now. Yeah, he had to back out because I got stacks on him. And this, yeah. And so all the stuff that was kind of low before should be turned up now. Should have just turned around. They're being aggressive. Be careful, they're gonna come up to you. Let me see. They don't have boots yet. I can't talk while I'm listening to the audio, so it's gonna be like super confusing. I need to release on that. But yeah, it's getting like this kind of little echoey effect to the breathing, which I don't like. So I'm actually gonna try just doing a single band compressor on my own. And that'll let you guys see what that looks like anyways. So yeah, I already have it set to voiceover, and then I just hit apply, and we'll see how that does. Okay, yeah, so the waveform stayed much smaller, but it still boosted all the lows. We might actually want to amplify this. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna get this. I don't know. I gotta start this daylight. Well, I got two. No, God, go on. Okay, no, it seems plenty loud. We're all the way
Yeah, they're kind of.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so it's plenty loud. We're not gonna need to amplify this, so I might just go with this.
Back out because I got stacks on them. You're opposite lane.
Oops. Trying to get to like some of the breathing part to see if it's still getting that echoey effect, which I don't want.
Why are you gathering all of them?
Yeah, I mean this seems pretty decent. Okay. So we save the as. Oh right, yeah, because I have these and I didn't use them. I don't know if I can. Can I clear this? Well, it doesn't matter because they're not gonna actually. Wait. I don't want to delete it, I just want to clear it. Just turn those off and oops. Okay, the main thing is I just don't want those effects to go. Actually, let's here. There, I'll just undo just to be sure, then I'll redo my single band compressor. Let's see up here. Okay. Okay. Who's your opposite laner? Okay, yeah. So I think some of those effects were already. Yeah, you had to back out because I got stacks on them going in because now it's not as loud. They're kind of. She has a really rough start. Yeah, I should still be okay without boosting this. So if I need to amplify it at all, I'll do it inside the video editor. Okay, so now we'll go save as. And yeah, desktop is fine. I like to keep this stuff on the desktop. That way, when I'm done with it, it's easy to find, delete. Because otherwise, like these all the files for these videos will like eat up your memory really fast. Okay, desktop, we do it as MP3 because WAV files are just huge. Take more time to work with, and it's not really necessary. All right, desktop MP3, good. Okay. Oh yeah, and then I'll change the name to be edit. All right. I'll see. Okay, yeah, this is just telling me that MP3 isn't as good as WAV files, but that's fine because WAV files are huge. Okay, so now we have. All right, cool. So Rumblies is done converting. Hit OK there. Close that. Shouldn't have to do any more converting. And then recording audio. Okay, here's mine. So we'll drag that. Put that right next to my camera there, and then where's Rumbley's video? Here it is. And now we'll add that here. I'll put that here. So okay, so yeah, so here's the audio. So we'll do a little comparison here. Oh yeah, let's just shooter. Okay, so there's the before. Let's do the after. Oh yeah, let's just. Oops. Oh yeah, let's just. Okay, yeah, it's actually still coming in a bit low. So let's volume level, and then we'll boost this a little bit. Cushions.
Oh yeah, let's just shooter.
Yeah, it actually is still a little bit low. Okay, usually I amplify these. I think I am just gonna go ahead and do that. I thought it'd be okay without it, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead. Let's see. Go to effects, amplify. Don't need a huge. Let's try 6 dB.
Who's your opposite laner?
Okay, yeah, that should be.
I got stacks on him. Oh yeah, get a stun. Oh.
Okay, yeah, so we'll do that and then save. Yes. Just confirming to overwrite. And then it should already update automatically. Let's check it out.
Alright. Oh yeah, let's just shooter.
Just in case, actually. Let's clear that and then bring it back in. Oops, don't need Bandicam. Okay. Oops, wrong program. Okay, then we'll drop that in. Potions. Say something. Yeah. Yo, what's up, guys? Okay, there we go. I think I still might boost this just a little bit in the editor, because I want it like up here. Actually, we'll just go the full 6 and see.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Okay.
So Rumbly's doing pedal much.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's where I want the audio. Oops. Drag that off a little bit. Put it back. There. Okay. Now we can go ahead and put Rumbly's in here. Okay, let's mute my audio.
I hack fighter in Unions.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna want to give him the same treatment and get his audio boosted and sounding better. Get rid of the noise reduction and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna. Actually, I'm just gonna close this whole thing, and then reopen it. It's easier than manually closing everything. And okay, so take this video, drop it right in here. And yeah, so look how tiny these waveforms are. We don't want this. It's like super quiet.
Though, to be honest, like I'm waiting for my ult, but like I can't target anybody because they back out so fast.
Yeah, so it's very tiny. So first thing we're gonna do is do an amplify it. We'll try 10 first, 10 decibels. Where's that put us?
They're strong, dude.
Yeah, okay,
I can't really do much as pedal though, to be honest. Like I'm waiting for my ult, but
okay, so that's about where we want it. Once we do the once we compress it too, it should be about where we want it. So first we gotta get rid of all this background noise again. You hear that hum? It's most likely an AC or a computer fan, something like that.
Shut up.
Okay, you gotta be careful because he does say "shut up" very quietly here. We don't want to take that out.
Shut up.
Like that. So let's go ahead and make sure there's nothing.
Shoot.
Okay, we don't want to take out those voice clips. We want to just get the background noise. So we gotta make sure we don't highlight that part. We gotta make sure that this is only voice.
Okay.
I mean, only background noise and not voice. Okay, seems fine. So we'll go effects and do a noise capture. Then we unhighlight the area so it does the entire thing. And then we do, wait, where is it? noise reduction process. And yeah, I always do the defaults for that. I don't mess with any of the settings there. It usually works just fine. Okay, so there we go. We got all that noise out. Ooh, okay. That's my phone. Let's shut that up. Okay, yeah, so we still have his voice clips of...
Oh, it freaking hurt.
Yeah.
You're being really aggressive here.
Those didn't get taken out, but all that noise is gone. Awesome. And so, yeah, so actually I didn't really explain what the compressor does, but so I'll explain that now. So see, we have these like two voice waveforms right here, and one is way larger than the other. There's Rumbly's laugh, which is quite loud, and then we have this.
They're strong, dude. I can't really do much as pedal though.
Which is just talking, and so yeah, you see they like top out at like way different levels. There's like a huge gap here. And so basically what the compressor does is kind of like closes the gap between those kind of things. So let's try a single band compressor here, set it to voiceover, and see how that goes. So if you watch this, it should bring down the highs and bring up the lows. Yeah, see, like brings everything kind of like on the same level.
God.
So you get much more balanced
They're
audio.
strong, dude. I can't really do much as pedal though, to be honest. Yeah. So it gives you a much more balanced audio, which is better overall because you don't want it like spiking in areas and hurting people's ears or being too quiet in areas for people to hear things. So that's what compression does, and it's a really good treatment to give your audio. All right, so this should be good. We'll save this as same thing to MP3 on the desktop. Mark it as edited. Our title there, and then yeah, good to go. Yeah, lossy. Yeah, so again, it's telling me that MP3s suck and waves are better, but I'm fine with that. Okay, so now we have his audio, which is right here, pedal audio. Okay, great. We'll bring that in for our editor here. And then yeah, so the way this, I didn't explain this either, but the way these work when you put in a video is the video part is up here and the audio part's down here. So when I click pedal here, the video named pedal 8.13.15, this is Rumbly's file, video file. So this up here is the actual video, and then this down here is the audio. So when we want to put our edited audio over this, we just take the edited one right here, just overlay it perfectly on top of the original audio, and then it just overwrites it, just like that. So we don't hear any of the old audio, we only hear the nice, cleaned up, edited audio. So there we go. So I think we got most of the files that we need in here. So now the actual editing starts. iHack Fighter and Onions.
Yeah, so the audio seems good. We should be pretty good. So now we actually need to move these around, of course. We're going to want to put... actually, I haven't done a two-person video since I had this new layout. So let's try putting him on the left and me on the right. That. Probably scale me down a bit. That's a little large. Yeah, and then all that's done just with the same in effect controls that I've been doing. Go to effect controls and then motion, and that affects everything like position, the scale. So yeah, the same way I was showing you scaling before. Position is just right next to it, and you can just do this, move stuff around. So you got your horizontal, then your vertical. You just drag it. I mean, you just click it and drag it, and it'll move it up or down depending on which way you drag it. So let's see if we can flip. I've never done this before. What if there's a way to just flip his video here? Might actually have to look up how to do that. Well, first let's see if it even looks good. Okay, so we got these green screens. They're in the way. We want to get rid of those. And the way you do that is to go to Effects down here.
We go to video effects. We go to keying. Yep, here's keying. Then we go to ultra key. Then all we have to do is drag that onto the video here, the video bar on the time bar. All right, so now we have so now when we click on this, when we go to our effects controls, we have this keying option. And we just grab a sample from here. Let's see, this is pedal, so that's rumblies. And we just sample the green. And I usually have to turn this up to aggressive. And that will get rid of all the green screen. Looks like it's not a perfect job here. So let's try to do another sample. It didn't get rid of some of the darker ones. And actually, what's this over here? What's this over here? Okay, so so Rumbly has this little chunk of his desk here showing. So we're actually not gonna be able to put him on the left anyways, because I can't really get rid of that. I can only get rid of the green. So we're actually gonna so yeah, we'll just do that, and then we'll move him over here. And we're gonna have to put my video on top of his so that it covers up that. Okay. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, we're not gonna be able to put him on the left anyways because of that. Alright, so here's mine. We'll do the same thing to mine. We go to effects, grab this, grab a green sample, change it to aggressive, so it gets rid of, it just increases like the threshold of like the color, of how much of the green it gets rid of. Let me see, and let's try to squish me over a little bit more to the side, give Rumley some more room. Bring him over, okay, so kind of like that. Maybe a little bit more, something like this. See how that looks.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey guys.
Alright.
Oh yeah, this is the shooter.
Okay, we're getting like this weird thing here on mine. Let's try to do a different sample here. What happens is I have my like door behind my green screen, and sunlight comes in and kind of messes that up.
Patience.
See if that is okay. Looks a little
So
better.
Rumbly's doing.
You see that grainy effect that kind of happens from time to time? That really only shows up on the playback on the editor. Once this actually gets exported, that shouldn't be there.
Pedal, much to our chagrin.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That should be better. We should be pretty much in sync. Whenever me and Rumbly record together, we always like do a countdown and make sure we start our recordings at the same time, so we don't have to worry about syncing too much. And it sounds like we're in pretty good sync so far. But we'll
So Rumbly's doing pedal, much to our chagrin.
Yeah, I don't like Beto. She's kind of like a boring hero in my opinion, but I want to do a video because she has been addressed a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to do the updated version of her.
Yeah, it seems like it's in sync just fine. Like our conversation makes sense. It's not like someone's responding 20 minutes after they say something. So I'm actually going to just drag these two video files back down so it's all together. Not important, just for organization's sake. Wait, what happened? Oh, I think the game sound got overwritten somehow. Okay, so let's clear this and put it back in. I think when I moved one of the video files, it covered up the game sound. So let's just re-import this. There we go. Okay, so now we got our game sound. We'll just have to readjust this to go back down to -6 decibels. That's about what I like. Okay.
I don't like Beto. She's kind of like a boring hero in my opinion, but I want to do a video because she has been addressed a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, so we have our game sound back again. Okay, so let's see. All right, so now it's time to start doing the editing. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a fade in for these video files. The way we do that is we'll go to video transitions. We go to dissolve, and we go dip to black. And we drag that onto each of these video files here.
There. Capture.
I hack fighter in onions.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey guys.
Okay. So yeah, that makes it so that when it fades in, capture, or that when it starts, it fades in rather than just popping in. So let me undo all those and I'll show you what that looks like without it. Capture. See, it just pops up and looks weird. It's like really abrupt. So let's redo all those. Oh, Control Shift. There we go. And another thing is, actually, I'll undo that one. So I make sure that these are separated when I do that, because if you try to drag one of these while the two files are together, it kind of like doesn't always do what I want it to do. Like it goes to this one and then let's see. Capture. Yeah, and you can see it like one faded in before the others. It's weird. So I always make sure I have these separated when I apply the effect, and then I can just move this back. There. Capture. Okay, so now usually when these videos start, there's always some like stuff that we'll start recording before we're actually ready for the game to get going. So like capture. So here I'll listen to this, and then what we're gonna end up doing is move this up, and we're gonna kind of like cut out that stuff that we don't really want.
I hack fighter in onions.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey guys.
Okay, yeah. So there's really not much of it here. Let's see.
Fighter in onions.
Hey, what's up, guys? Alright, so yeah, it pretty much starts right there. So put this back there. I'll drag all of these up. Like that. So that it starts at that point. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey guys.
Maybe a little bit back. Try that. Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, yeah. That's fine. Then we lock it in. Okay, so now we got our intros all taken care of. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey guys.
Alright, there we go. Let's go to the end and we'll do another cleanup. See, this is all like all over the place. So kind of bookend the time bars and clean them up. So let's see. Bye. Alright, so that's where it ends. You can see Rumbly's stuff already ended.
See you guys next time. Later.
Later. Bye. So that's where we want it to stop. So we just take all these bars and just drag them right there. So we don't want to go any farther than that. Oops. Make it all end at the same spot. There we go.
Yep. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next time. Later.
Later. Bye. Okay. Cool. Then we add our outro. And like before, we're going to do the video transition, so I'm going to keep this little gap here. So those two segments aren't touching each other. And then we add our dip to black. All of these. And there. And now the outro is actually extremely loud, so before I listen to this and test it, we adjust the audio to -14. All these amounts, like the actual amount of the like reduction and stuff of volume, I mean, it's always going to vary. It's just that I've done this so many times that I know all these by heart, and I know that this needs to be brought down by about 14 decibels to be listenable. Okay, so let's go ahead and check that out.
And we'll see you guys next time. Later.
Later. Bye. All right. Yeah. So that works fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in our first blood effect. Might as well do that now. And so the way I do this is I just have to scan through the game and look for the first kill, which I've gotten pretty used to by now. So we just take this bar and we just kind of go through it. And the whole time I'm doing this, what I'm looking at is up here, and looking for when people clash. See if anybody disappears off the map, like they got killed. Look for the someone was killed message to pop up, that kind of stuff. But yeah, mostly just watching the minimap, and then I can see when engagements happen, and then I can take a closer look and see if anybody got killed. So let's go ahead and do that. It's gonna be noisy. This kind of noise you hear a lot if you're editing a lot. But yeah, so just gonna mind the noise, but we'll keep seeking.
Alright, so we're having a bit of engagement here. Something might go down. Try to watch it. Looks like Rascal might go down. Yeah, he had to back out because I got stacks on him. Yay, munions! Alright. Nope, he's still safe. Let's keep skipping forward. Alright, nothing yet. Let's keep going. Oop, this could be it. Oh, okay. No, okay, there. She just dropped. So, let's see. We'll go back a little bit. So, like, right when she dies. Zoom in. Which you do with this bar right here. Yeah, I didn't explain this. So, this bar, you can move it to, like, if you grab the middle, it just moves up and down the timeline. Then if you grab these ends and you move them, like, this way, right, it zooms out. You move it this way, it zooms in. Okay. So that's it. So what we do, we grab our first blood animation, which I made a while back. I just drag that to about right there. Let's see how that goes. We'll see how that looks. Well, first we're going to figure out the timing, and then we're going to adjust it to look better. But okay, so let's see how the timing is. Oh, okay, obviously it's way too early. Drag it over a little. Try it again. Oh, okay. Okay, that's pretty good timing. I like it to pop up pretty much like right after that ally hero killed or enemy hero killed pops up. Okay, so this was when I made this, it was aligned to work on when the video was over here on the left, but now that it's in the middle, I kind of need to move this. So we just click on the animation itself, go to motion, and we do the same stuff that we've been doing. Just move over position, bring it up, and it should be fine. Oh, and then also, I already know that this value needs to be brought down, otherwise it's like really like startling for a lot of people. So we turn this down to about -6 as well. All right. So let's check it out. Oh, okay. Skadoodle. Okay. Yep, pretty good. Should be fine. Yeah, that should be a lot of the big stuff. Sometimes, I don't do it often anymore, but before I would go through, watch the whole video, and add like kind of text clips. I haven't done that recently just because it's so time intensive. You have to watch the whole video plus just doing all the like text pop-ups and stuff. It's a lot of work, but I'll try to do like one just to show you kind of how it works. Try to find something. Yeah, they're staying way too long in our jungle. Oh well. Okay, yeah. So that's an easy one. I just said, oh well. Oh well. Yeah, so I'll show you how this works. So if I did want to like put up a little text thing, here's what I would do. I go make a title. That's what I did. Just new title, a still title, nothing special. We click our font here, and then we click where we want to type, and I'll just type O. We're gonna bring this up to like, I don't know, 200. Usually all right. Depending on what it is. If I want it to be really dramatic, I'll make it super big. But for now, we'll just do that size. There. We'll bring that. Then make the other title. So yeah, so I went a little fast this time. So here I'll show you this one. We go to title, new title, default still. And this stuff I don't mess with. I just hit OK. And then you click where you want the text to be. And we'll type well. Oops. All right. Forgot to pick the font. Okay. Now we type there. We type well. Oh well. All right. Font size 200. So that it matches. And then we make sure these line up. Like that. And then that's that. And we type those on. So we put that on top of each other. And then now we have to sync it up. So we listen to it. Oh wow. Alright, so it's way too early. We zoom in.
We tried.
Oops, must have already passed it. Oh wow. Okay, so that's where I started saying it. So we drag those out to there. Oh wow. And so we don't want those to come up at the same time. So let's zoom in even more. Oops. Check this out. Oh wow. So well, there it comes about there. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, like that. Okay, so that's kind of how you do the timing of that. You just zoom in a lot, just listen to right when it happens. So I start saying "oh" right there, and that's where I start saying "well." There we go.
Oh wow.
Like that. And then you don't want it to hang around too long, or else it's just kind of awkward. So just cut that off. Like that. So that's just short and punchy.
Oh wow.
Like that. That's kind of how you do those. And then, you know, the more you say, the more complicated it is. But that's the basics of it. You just keep doing that until you get everything that you want. And you can position it how you want.
Oh wow.
Even after you make the title, if it's like... So I made the title so that it lines up right here. But even if I wanted to, like, move it, I can still go to motion, do the same thing we've been doing. Just boop. Move it over. Same thing with this. But now it's over there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Super easy.
Oh wow.
But yeah. So yeah, I don't do that as much anymore just because it's super time intensive. That one went pretty fast. A lot of them take, if it's more than like 2 words, it's pretty easy. Once it starts getting to like more than that, it gets pretty intense trying to get all that stuff to sync up and line up. So we're just going to clear those because I'm not going to use that. But that's how I would do that. Yeah, then other than that, let's just add the music. And then we should be pretty much good to go, I think. That's okay. I keep that here in the music. My music mix too. We'll just use that one. These are just music mixes that I made with the music I have available to me as through Curse. I believe it's Epidemic Sounds or whatever. The actual credit is in the description of each video. So if I didn't get that right, it'll be in there. And so, yeah, I made these, what I did is I made these about 45 to 50 minutes long. So just with one mix, I get like 2 different like music mixes basically. Because what I'll do is, so for this video, I'll align it so that the left is lined up here. And then I just cut off the rest so that half the mix isn't even playing. And then I can take this same mix and align it the other way, like cut this part off like that, and then align the right side to the end of the video, and then just drag it out to the beginning, and that way it's like different songs. Each way you do that, it's like different songs. So like, here, I'll try to explain it a little bit better. So like, see, I lined it here at the left, right at the start of this mix, so it's going to play to here, and then all this gets cut off. This doesn't get listened to, and then so if I line it on the right side, like for my next video, then it's going to play. It's going to start like right here and play all this stuff, and that's why I made it. The mix about the length of two matches, so that I can split it like that, because it's kind of a lot of work to make a music mix like that, because it's like a bunch of 2-minute songs and you got to mix enough to fill like 40 to 50 minutes. It takes a little effort, and then I try to do it so that like the opening song is like kind of a slow song and it builds up in the middle and then slows down again at the end. So yeah, it takes a little time and effort to put those mixes together. So I try to make it so I can get more use out of it that way. So even though I have 2 mixes, it actually seems like I have 4, because I can split them like that. Okay, so now the music's going to come way too loud, but I'll just go ahead and show you. So what's up, guys?
Hey guys.
So the music there is super overpowering, and what we're going to do is, I already know to adjust this to -25, which is usually fine. What I typically do. And that'll, let's see. Oh yeah, this is shooter. Potions.
It's Ringo.
Yeah. Yeah, so the music's there, but it's just in the background. It's not really overpowering anything, which is what we want. I might actually bring it up just a little bit, like the 24 instead of 25.
I want to do a video because she had...
Okay, we're going here first. Yeah, so the music's there when nothing's going on, when nobody's speaking, but then when we do speak, it doesn't get, like, it's not overpowering, and that's pretty much where we want that to be. And, yeah, this should be pretty good. This actually went pretty fast, because the syncing was already good. That's usually, like, if something's going to take long in the editing process, it's usually, like, syncing stuff. It seems pretty good. I'm going to watch this a little bit to make
kind of see if there's anything that's out of sync, but it's so far it seems like it's doing fine. Don't have boots yet. Ugh, okay, there we go. Ah. Oh yeah, get it done. Oh. Alright, yeah. Please pick up boots. Whack, get another. Where's it? Wizards. Yeah. Okay. I got my passive. I can skedoodle out of here.
Skedoodle.
Oh, okay, we're going here first. Okay, yeah, it seems fine. Basically, the more people you have in the video, the harder it gets to sync. Luckily, I mean, me and Rumbly have been doing this for a while now, so we've gotten pretty good at like just syncing up our recordings when we record, so that we have less to do in post and editing. But what happens is you have to sync up. You have to make sure that your voice is synced up with the game, and that the other people's voices are synced up with your voice and also the game. So everything has to be like matching. So like when somebody reacts to something, it has to have, yet you want it to be happening in the game. You don't want like something to happen in the game and then somebody reacts to it like a second later. And getting that like level of synchronizing can be very difficult if you don't like plan ahead, which now we've started to do. The 3-mans are definitely the worst for that. They're the hardest to get everybody in sync, because all 3 of us have to be in sync with each other, and then we all have to also be in sync with the game. The easiest way to do it, if you can't like all start your recording at the same time, is use what we do is we'll use like the countdown timer on the character select screen. So like when you go, so we'll be recording already. We'll be in the character select screen. We'll pick our characters. We're ready to go, but it's still counting down, and then we can all just count down with it, and then we can all synchronize to that point, because the gameplay has the numbers on it. We can like see them, and then we'll hear all of us saying which number it's at. So let's say there's 20 seconds left, and then we'll all count down. We're like 20. We'll count down with the timer. So it'll be like 20, 19, 18, 17. So, and then we can sync everything up to that point, because we know that it's our voice is synced up to the game at that point. If we do that, if we're all saying 17 at the same time and the game is saying 17, then everything's good to go. So yeah, that's the best way to do that if you're not going to be able to like have recordings like start the recording at the same time. If you're just getting the file and it's like completely out of sync with yours, and you know that's going to happen, then it's good to like try to do that little countdown thing. We should be pretty much to go at this point. We got our first blood. We got all our audio levels where we want them to be. We got our music. We got our outro, intro. We got our. Let's see. We got our transitions. We did our chroma key. We should be pretty much good. Yep. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, guys.
Checking transitions, checking to make sure the opening's how it's supposed to be. Later. Bye. Same thing with the outro. It plays a little janky because the playback, it has to play back all these files at once, so it could be a little bit demanding. But when it actually exports, it'll be fine. And then let's just check in the middle and make sure everything's still good in the middle.
I don't know if it was a combination.
That's more of the end. Let's go. Oops. Oh yeah, I'm zoomed in too much. Okay, let's go like right here.
There's no armor.
Adagio has Atlas. That's all.
I would just say tornado trigger at that point then.
Okay.
No
yeah.
Armor. I mean, armor's nice, but none of us are weapon power except for you.
Yeah, so. Yeah, not gonna worry about it then. That's what I was thinking, but. Yeah, it seems fine. The music's a little louder than it was in the beginning. It's just a louder song, I'm guessing. So I might put that back down to -25 like I usually do.
Come on. Focused. I can't. No one's feeling for me. You guys are so intent on getting the tank, and I'm dying by Ringo.
Alright, there you go. Not gonna die. I gotta go over there. I guess it's fine anyways. Okay, yeah, it seems fine. I'm not seeing any like glaring problems like popping out. Yeah, so we should be ready to export this. Oh yeah, the one last thing I was gonna do, that's right, I was gonna do the music back to how I had it. So we go to level, yeah, just -25-ish. Should be better. So it might be a little quiet in the beginning, but we don't want it to be like so loud in the middle. So yeah, -25.7 should be fine. And okay, yeah, so this should be ready to go. Like I said, this went pretty quick. It usually takes a lot longer if there's syncing issues, but like I said, we've been getting a little better at getting syncing to getting it right the first time. Seems okay. So
when we're ready to export, we go to File, Export, Media, and we're going to select the entire sequence. And we give it an output name, which is going to be VG53. This is the 53rd episode. Let's save, and then yeah. So we want to make sure we got the entire sequence selected. It's easy to accidentally select a clip and then only export that. If you're not like watching too closely, I've done that before. But yeah, so you want to make sure you have those sequences. As far as these settings, I don't mess with them because I got one that works, and now I just use that always. But it's Windows Media, 1080p, 30 frames per second. So yeah, that's just all there, and I'm not gonna mess with it too much or like show the specifics because I don't want to really mess anything up. But yeah, just Windows Media seems to be fine to upload to YouTube. Okay, so then when we're actually ready to export it, we click this. That's actually going to take a long time. So I'm going to stop the video here and export it off screen. After that, all it is to upload to YouTube, which is pretty straightforward. I don't think I really need to show that. So yeah, that's pretty much the entirety of the editing process. Luckily, this one did go pretty fast. Like I was saying, didn't need to do any syncing. That's always like the biggest challenge. But I mean, it's a straightforward thing to do. It just takes a lot of time to make sure you get it perfect. But it's the same as syncing anything else. Like when I was syncing the "oh well" text up to what I was saying, it's the same thing. You just got to look for if you don't do that countdown thing in the beginning that you can sync it up to, then you just have to look for moments in the game where one person responds to the other, and you can just kind of sync it so that those flow together properly. And then other than that, just make sure that your commentary on the gameplay is happening in real time, to where if you die and then you're like, "oh, I died," or whatever you're going to say, make sure that you say that when it happens, not like after or before, because that's always going to be a bit awkward. But yeah, that should be it. Only took an hour. That's actually pretty good. The longest part, it actually takes a lot longer to export and upload these than the actual editing. And the worst part is while this is exporting, I can't do any other editing. So that becomes the big time challenge. Yeah, because I'm going to do this off screen, and so you'll see like right now it's like almost 4:30, and then by the time, actually no, I was going to restart the video, but actually I'm not going to need to, because all I'm going to do is upload it to YouTube. So I was going to say that when I restart the video, you'll see like how much time has passed, but I'm actually not going to do that because uploading to YouTube is just, I don't really need to show that. You go to YouTube, you hit upload, and then you drag the file onto YouTube, and then you do your tags and whatever. It's all pretty straightforward. I'm not going to really show that. So yeah, but it will take like probably at least an hour, and then to upload it's probably going to take at least another hour. So yeah, so with the editing, the exporting, and then the uploading, you're looking at like 3 hours altogether. So it's a good chunk of time just to get one video like set and ready to go, which is one of the big challenges, because even though you're only editing for 1 hour, while it's exporting, you also can't edit because your editor is exporting. There might be a way to like set it up, because I know you can queue up exports and then like maybe you can do that and still edit. I don't know. I don't know how to do that though. So for me, it's just like that. Yeah, if there is a way to export and keep editing out there, somebody let me know that. If somebody out there knows how to do that, how you can export and still keep editing. But basically, as soon as I hit this export button on Premiere, it won't even let me go to my desktop. It like starts beeping at me. It gets mad. It gives me like that little warning beep, like, "Hey, don't be doing stuff." Premiere can be pretty moody that way. Okay, yeah, so that should be, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I try to keep a good pace to this. I know when I watch tutorial videos, I hate if they like drag on and go really slow. So I might have gone over stuff too quickly for some people. If anybody has questions, I'll try to answer them the best I can. I'm not a professional editor by any means, but I have been doing this for a few years now. I've been working with Premiere for a few years, so I've gotten pretty familiar with some stuff about it. I can't really. If you have like troubleshooting problems, I probably can't help you. But if you just have questions on how to do certain things, I might be able to help out. Yeah, but feel free to ask any questions if you have them. And yeah, okay, so I'm gonna end this here, guys. Hopefully it was at least interesting or something. And yeah, this is gonna go up after the video goes up, so because I don't want to be showing like the gameplay of like a video I haven't even brought up, because that could be kind of like, it's gonna be lame if you see it all here in the editor and then you see the video the next day. But okay, yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys found it interesting or helpful or something. And like I said, if anybody has some questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to help you out. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for watching this little experiment. Hopefully people like it and get something out of it. But if not, it was kind of fun to do. So yeah. So all right, guys. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the game later, guys. Bye.